Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I am Mitch McKidd, and this is a Neon Apocalypse. No, just kidding. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for a brand new Let's Play. And today we are playing Mighty Switch Force Hyperdrive Edition for the Nintendo Wii U. Downloadable from the Wii U eShop. And yes, Way Forward Technologies opening. Gotta love that opening. Anyway, for those who aren't in the know of this video game, this is a puzzle platformer that was originally released in December of 2011 by the Christmas period for the Nintendo 3DS eShop. This was remade for the Nintendo Wii U from the ground up with redone graphics, cartoony like graphics instead of pixelization, and we got ourselves our first part of the story. 5 of the female convicts known as the Hooligans have escaped and are causing havoc by this kind of English goo that they use to spawn monsters in. And Patty, in her fashion, decides to go and stop them. In her saying,
"Stop in the name of the law!"
I wonder what she would say if she didn't even say that. So ladies and gentlemen, Mighty Switch Force, of course, like I said, is a puzzle platformer, which in fact, all you do is move left and right, jump and shoot. Pressing the B button jumps, pressing the Y button is shoot, and pressing the A button, it does this. All you've got to do is to figure out what blocks go in and out. The ones invisible are out, while the ones go in are the ones visible, and you can actually use as footholds, or you can actually try and figure out how to get through them. Using them as footholds will allow you to go through safety through these hazards, which are mostly the spikes. The only hazards of this game, of course, are the spike pits. All you've got to do is to avoid them. Your other enemy is, of course, all the baddies in this game, which includes bats, bombs, those creatures, and of course those spike shell things, which we'll get to into the later levels. One thing I absolutely love about this game is not only its graphical presentation for the 3DS and of course the Wii U version, which I'm playing in this case, but also the music. My god, the music is no exception to Jake Kaufman's usual work. It's just awesome. And we've finished the first level. Getting the part-time. And whenever you finish the levels, you get this. A beautiful, nice, lovely cutscene. Lovely picture of Patty, Gendarmor, and even the dog doing either one of these stuff. In this one, it goes into tub. And we've unlocked Pixel Patty, which was done in a, which was actually utilized in actually a. Sorry about that. It was actually an update that initialized Pixel Patty. Pixel Patty was, of course, a add-on for the update, which included a few other things. But we'll get to that when later on. So, ladies and gentlemen, Mighty Switch Force has, of course, the original version had 16 levels, but upon the update of the 3DS, we have 5 additional levels as well, initially. But those levels will be unlocked as soon as we finish the game. So again, the objective is to capture all 5 of the Hooligan Sisters and to bring them to justice, like what Patty does, or in typical fashion, stop in the name of the law. It could be worse. It could have been her doing the vulgar saying, stop in the name of the fucking law. I had to bring that one up. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, once you get all 5 of the Hooligan Sisters, Gendarmor will come in and you'll have to reach him in time. So this is what you do. And depending on the performance, you either get underneath the part-time, means you'll get a star next to that particular level. So, with that being said, every time you actually get a new part-time, it'll save it automatically. As you point, each level is, of course, used to accommodate the level design. Oh, that was a mistake. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. That has cost me the part-time. But a lot of you may be wondering, if it cost me the part-time, do I still enjoy the music? Yes, I do. It's that fantastic. Bert Kaufman, you rock. So, ladies and gentlemen, we haven't got the part-time, but we still managed to complete the level. So, of course, we're going to show you what will happen if you can't get the part-time. You have to replay the level in order to get the star. I'll only show it once, and then I'll have to skip it after another level. After that mistake I made. So, as you can probably tell, the animation is just top-notch. Patty's struts are just absolutely amazing and well animated. But a lot of people will want to be actually asking you, what about those damn legs? Don't ask. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we are now done. We've done level 3, and now we are on to level 4. So, let's go for incident number 4. So a lot of you will be wondering what does each level do? Well, each level has different designs to just keep the gameplay innovative and fresh, just to keep the gameplay fresh. So to be honest, each level has a course design. For this one, we have launchers, which are introduced into this level. And of course, you've got some puzzles. What we've got to do is press the A button, which Patty uses her helmet to push blocks in and out. Pushing blocks in would hit. Enemies will die if you actually push them in, so that will be really good. And it's also well known for trying to get those bombs to collide with those blocks. Those blocks, if you see here, and that's that done. So as you can probably tell, each level is designed pretty differently. It has, of course, puzzles. And how the hell did I manage to clip through that? That is impossible! Sometimes I can see some weird shit. Sometimes it's quite weird to just clip through an enemy which would otherwise cost me a heart. Yes, and Patty, of course, has 3 hearts in this one. Every time you get hit by an enemy or hit a spike trap or get pushed in or get hurt, Patty will lose a heart. She has 3 hearts maximum, but whenever you lose all your hearts, you have to start the level all over from the beginning. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to show you how a level works. I've shown you previously before how to get part-time, and I will not be able to get the part-time on this one, so we're going to have to skip to the point where I've already got the part-time, so that will be the last time I'll do the part-time. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to skip, and we are going to be doing a jump cut. And welcome back welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We've jump cutted through the part where I actually managed to create a jump cut so I can actually not show you getting part-time. So, within that, we're going on to incident number 5. This one is actually called Yummy, I believe. If I'm incorrect, please tell me. But it is called Yummy, surprisingly, considering that Patty says that whenever she gets a health pickup. I have to say the general direction that Bert Cartman actually did for this game's soundtrack is just absolutely incredible. It's electronic, dubstep, and everything all the way. And we also get introduced in this level by these enemies, these dinosaur enemies which are armored. You can only shoot them from the back. Shooting them from the front will bounce your shots off. In order to kill them, you can either pelt them with enough when their back is turned, or you can actually push them in to just make good work of them. The only way you can actually kill them for full is to actually try and is using the mighty gun, which will be unlocked later on in the game. Getting the mighty gun will require you to finish off the game and get all 16 of the incidents finished. So, ladies and gentlemen, we need to unlock every incident of this game before we actually do something like that. Each level, later levels are actually quite hard because some of the Hooligan Sisters are placed in pretty awkwardly done. Pretty awkward. And this is what happens when you actually get hit. You actually get hurt. You actually lose a life. Does this remind you of something? Yeah, it reminds you of Mega Man, doesn't it? Whenever you get hit, you lose part of your health. And that's pretty much the same thing, ladies and gentlemen. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have finally managed to get the 5th incident done, and without further ado, it is time for me to do
Let's go.
the 6th incident. Oh, you gotta love that music. Sometimes dubstep is actually pretty good, but this is it for Bert Kaufman's case. Bert Kaufman is one of the greatest. I actually praise Kaufman specifically because he is one of the best. He's one of the best composers of video game history. So this is another circumstance of how to get rid of that dinosaur. In order to get rid of him, you have to either shoot him when his back is turned, because that's his only weak point, or you could actually crush him using any of the blocks by pushing him in. These bats can die with one pellet shot. One pellet shot, it's an instant death for him. You know, we got the 3rd one. If you actually get a disc every time you can pick up discs every time you can actually pick up discs whenever your health is full, but that doesn't mean anything. I don't know what to do. I know a lot of you may be asking me already, but I'm actually enjoying the music quite a lot. It's absolutely amazing. Now some of these level puzzles are just pretty taxing at times, but to be fairly honest, it's a challenge, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm actually not far off this time round, unlike the last level from the part-time. I kind of like how Patricia goes on that police car chasing after the Hooligan Sisters when they stole from the bank. Now this stage is a bit obnoxious. It's designed pretty badly. I don't see why. I'm not trying to lambast the level design way forward, but this isn't the best way to actually to create good level design. This isn't good design. Yeah. Okay, no. Oh, I skipped a part. No, I'm trying to fix this issue, but to be fairly honest, I can't be bothered. The thing is, I want to get this as done as soon as possible. So I'm very sorry for the jump cut, but I think it's my my capture card being a bit of a bitch at the moment, or maybe it's because I'm saving it on something which isn't really incredibly advanced at the time. Oh boy. At least I managed to get this done. So with that, this is part 1 of my playthrough. So until next time, this is me, Mitch, McKidd, signing out, saying good night. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you guys in the next part.